Hello out there. Hello, everybody. It's a nice day again today. It's wonderful to be here tonight. It's wonderful to be here tonight. And it's a great time to have this chance of, of coming over to have a live stream. So, how has everyone been today? From all the corners of the world, how has everyone been today? I hope everyone had a fantastic day. So it's good to be here again. It's good to be here. It's a privilege to be here again on another beautiful live stream. So if you have the time, if you have the chance, if you have the opportunity, if you have just the will, if you have the urge, yeah, you can come and join me in this live stream. Come and join, so that we can just have a, what can we call it? Have a beautiful discussion, have a good time to exchange ideas, have a good time to just to know each other, and that's what we are going to look for in this live stream. So come along, come along, come along. Come along to the sort of theater here. We are having a beautiful theater. It's just like we are in a theater. Come along to the arena. Come along to the arena and we will have a good time. So this is Mary Z Easy Recipes. Mary Z Easy Recipes. Just inviting like everyone from the corners of the world to just come and join in, and then we have a great time together. So today is I always want to talk about today. Today is Wednesday, the 19th of October. No, not 19th. It's the 15th of October. I was already flying away onto the 19th. We are mid-month of October, but we know October ends with 31 days. So tomorrow afternoon at noon, it will be like 15 and a half, sort of. That's when we'll be exactly halfway from end of the month, of which we are happy about. So today is another day. People have had various experiences today. And we are happy to be here again, once again. And we are happy to have this time to share, just to discuss, have various communication issues, and exchange ideas, and just saying hello to each other is the very best thing we love, We love greeting each other. We love supporting each other. We love just being, with other people. So come along as we carry out this live stream. So welcome everyone to the live stream. So I'm just saying, I hope everyone had a good day. My day was great. Um, uh, I can just start talking about the weather. Early morning, it was like it was showing signs of drizzle, but as we went into the mid morning, it just became a bit cold, like cool, and then it just remained like static. It didn't improve whatsoever until this time of the night. The weather is just static. There's no like gust winds, there's no rainfall, there's no like drastic cold. It is really beautiful. It's cool and manageable. And the temperature, let me just check the temperature at the moment. Let me just find out the temperature at the moment. I just love the weather, weather. I don't know what the weather does to to me, especially. Sometimes when it's like when the clouds are just the clouds fill the sky, and um it's like damp, and there's it's just like humid, you know it just like affects your mood for that time. So weather is really important part of our life, of our day-to-day living. If there's bright sunshine, oh, we just feel happy. We just feel like we are blessed. People love the bright sunshine. Not, of course, not very hot, of course, but sunshine just brings like happiness to most people. So today the weather has been just dry. It was calm, dry, uh, not no significant changes from morning up till now. So that was the weather today. Oh, we have a visitor, a guest in the house. Hello, Mary Mary Ido, 6120. Hello, Mary. Lovely to have you here in the live stream. I'm really, it's a privilege to have guests. Imagine you, imagine you are having a party, and you invite the guest to come to your party. Then, from nowhere, they just don't turn up. Wow, it just feels not good at all. So I'm happy today. I have a guest here in the house, and the guest is Mary Ido 6120. Mary is asking, I have a question. Are you Nigerian? Oh, that's a good question. I'm not Nigerian, but I love Nigeria. I love Lagos. I love all the activities. Most of the activities the people in Nigeria do. They are busy people. They are hardworking. You always see them, up and out and about, working and so on. So I love Nigeria, but I am not Nigerian. And I love, there's one thing which I want to try and cook, which the Nigerians cook. They cook like, they make jollof rice. So I'm always postponing, oh, I need to practice cooking this. I need to practice cooking. Up till now, I haven't, attempted to cook it. So I'm glad. Where are you from, Mary Ido? Where are you from? Mary Ido, where are you from? Where are you from, Mary? Yeah, Nigerian rice, the way they cook it, it's really tasty. So one day I will try it. I will try it. So I just wanted to check. What did I want to check about Nigeria? Oh, maybe I was going to check about Lagos and the other city. I forgot the other name of the city. So we are happy today. We have people watching us today. We have 13 people in the house and 13 people who are just paying us a visit. Like I said, it's like you're having a party, and the guests don't turn up. So what are you going to do with the food? What are you going to do with the food? So we need to share the food with the guests. So I'm inviting, this is a way of inviting people just to come over to the live stream so that we share whatever we have here together. We have 11 people in the house. And when you come over, if you like the live stream, just give me the likes. It's just, I, it's just a way of making other people happy. Just give me the likes, which will be really which will be appreciated. So we are happy tonight. We have another live stream. And October, as I promised myself that October, oh my God, is just a month of live streaming, Mary Do said, you are very nice and you end yourself in, oh my goodness. Mary, how kind and nice you are. Thank you ever so much for giving me that precious gift of subscribing. I am really grateful. So um, I will I will check out on you as well. So we are having a good night today, a good evening. Can we call it evening? Here it's like 10 past 8. So I wonder what time it is in other places. Some people are already in their morning time. Some people are already after midnight. And some people, where are you currently? I am in UK currently. And some people are like mid-afternoon. I always want to check the time like from the USA. Let me just check what time it is in USA. I have loads of friends from the USA. Imagine that. I have loads and loads of friends from the USA, which is really amazing. Time in USA. In USA, it's like in some places it's nearly 3:15 in the afternoon. So they are still at work. Some of them maybe will finish work at 6 o'clock, some will finish work at 5 o'clock, and some will do like night shifts, the norm, the usual thing. So we are happy today. We have Sister Winnie in the house. Sister Winnie in the house. Greetings, Sister Winnie. We are glad to have you here, Sister Winnie. And Sister Winnie is here and supporting and give us lots of love and hugs, which is a wonderful thing. So be happy, everyone who is coming to the live stream. It's just a time of being happy, a time of supporting each other, which is, the sole aim really with this platform. We we aim to support one another, and we should support one another, and we aim to grow. They always say, oh, YouTube is a business. Yes, true. That's true. It is a business. For some people are earning like millions. Imagine earning a million or even more than a million from YouTube, partnership program. That is amazing. So we should take this, whatever we are doing on YouTube. We don't say we should take it seriously, but we should just, like appreciate it and just enjoy. The main thing is happiness. Whenever we are happy, this is what we should aim to do. Be happy and just have friends all over. Support your friends from other planets. I mean, sorry, I'm saying planets. From other continents. We only have one planet. We only have one planet. So we should always support one another and just be happy. So that's what we should do on this platform. So I was saying, um, sometimes when we have a change in seasons, like this time, it is just where I am. It's just becoming a bit cool, and sometimes it's like it appears like our mood, the way we the way we perceive life, we sort of get affected by weather. I don't know. It happens to me when it's like cold and gloomy. I also have like, oh, I don't feel that like bubbly when we have such like adverse conditions of weather. But when the sunshine, oh my God, I even I even go on unplanned, trips. I even go on unplanned journeys. So That is what life is all about. Human beings, we are so unique, we are so different in some ways, and we are just special, we are just special, a special species, So we have people in the house. We have Leah, hi Leah. Leah ABC67 says, how do you remember me? Oh, I know your name, Leah. Leah is saying hello. Lovely to have you here, Leah. Um, I don't know if I saw you yesterday. I can't remember. So we are happy to have you here. We are always happy to have new guests in the live stream. We are always happy to have that. So feel free to attend this glorified live stream. This live stream with absolutely all the joy you can look for. So, because they say happiness is something which comes from within, and we are the controllers of happiness. So, when you are here, just set your mind so that you go to that place where you just feel happy. We know we have lots of things which go on in our lives, but there comes a point when we should just, oh, let me just, like put those things aside and just be happy. So this is the sort of atmosphere we love to have when we come together. It's like we are having a party tonight. It's like we are attending a party tonight. So just be happy. Just be, just experience positivity. People nowadays, they talk about positivity. Yeah, sometimes I just wonder, what is this positivity? But now I'm beginning to understand what positivity is. It's like you just put yourself on that, on that sort of mood where you just take, things positively. You accept challenges. If you accept a challenge, it's another way of being positive. And if we talk about challenges, we have loads of challenges, and the only thing we have to do when we have challenges is just to accept them, and and just to to accept the challenges, and just to bear with the challenges, and just to say, oh, this is a challenge. So sometimes some challenges, we just embrace them, and then we find ways of just trying to deal with the challenges, because that's why we are special, and that's why we feel like privileged, because we are unique as human beings. we can we can always we can always do problem solving. Imagine problem solving. I used to think, oh, problem solving is only done at school. When we are doing when you are doing your high school, they talk about, oh, problem solving. If you open the mathematics book, you always see a section which says problem solving. So after you do the topic, you are introduced to the topic, then there will come a section which is entitled problem solving. That section is saying, for example, since you have been given examples of, for example, if you want to find a volume of a cylinder, or just as an example, usually the textbook will explain how to find the volume of a cylinder. The topic, the book will, the chapter will explain using diagrams how to find volumes of cylinders. They even give you an example and where answers are, then after you finish all those examples and you try them, then there'll come a section which says problem solving. They bring again the similar questions. In that section, and that section is for you now to remember the examples you are given in the first part of the chapter, and then use that information to try and problem solve the questions, So this is just like a cycle, This is what I'm saying about challenges, Sometimes we need just to face the challenges and just find ways of solving the problems, because sometimes problems just like sometimes they rotate. You met this problem another day, it comes back again. So the onus is on us to try and find ways, to solve these problems. Such is life. But anyway, so we have Mary was asking about religion. Oh, you asking about religion? Yeah, that's a good question to ask. But you know what, Mary? I always say that this globe is about how many people in this globe? About 8.2 billion people. This globe has about 195, if I'm not mistaken, countries. And this globe has many religions. Some of them you can't even name them, It has many religions. So just because the other thing um, I don't really talk about religion is that this platform you get visited by many people of different religions. So when it comes to religions, I know that I have a religion, but I have decided that I don't really like to talk about religion, because many people come to the channel, many people are on the platform, and if you start saying, "Oh, I am this religion," then maybe someone will say, "Oh, why this religion?" And if you say, "Oh, I like this religion," then someone will say, "Oh, why do you like this religion?" So, in my opinion, I I don't really I don't really like talk about my religion. But some people are free to talk about their religions, which is really fair and fine. So that's the thing with the religion, because I respect all religions and people have different beliefs, and I don't usually air my religion. But all the same, all religions are perfect and are good to anyone who believes in their religions. So today I was saying, today I didn't, like go do much in the day, because I had other things to do at home. So I didn't spend much time out. What happened today? Oh, today what happened is that I had someone who came over just to look at the central heating, and just to maybe to blow it up. I don't know what they do, so that the central heating is ready for winter. Mary Yado is asking me, what is your favorite thing to cook? Oh, favorite thing to cook. I like to cook, what can I say? I like to cook chicken, and I like to cook pumpkins. I love chicken, pumpkins, and sweet potatoes. I love those. And sometimes I do make some gravy. So when I make the gravy, of course, I use like um, onion, I use a bit of garlic, I use I use some like dry herbs, and then what else do I use? If I have fresh herbs in the if I usually grow some herbs, so if the herbs are available, herbs like sage, coriander or cilantro, peppermint, celery, and oregano. So when I cook the soup, when the soup is ready, after onion, garlic, powdered spices, tomato puree, then when the soup is just bubbled a little bit, then I'll chop fresh herbs just before I serve the soup. Then I will add the fresh herbs. So that's the soup I cook. Mary is saying, what is your favorite food? Oh, I've said I like either pumpkins or sweet potato. Oh, I've left one thing. I like greens. So sometimes I do kale, or I do salad leaves with a bit of cucumber. If I do salad leaves, I usually put salad leaves, cucumber, and I squeeze lemon there, and I drizzle a little bit of olive oil. Yeah, that's what I usually have as favorite food. So I'm answering Mary. Mary is asking me some of the questions are too personal. Personal. I don't really like to dwell in like my personal life, you know. So unfortunately, you sound like a very good cooker. A very good cooker. Yes, I try. I want to learn more about recipes and try them, you know. I try to learn more about recipes. And if I see like an interesting recipe, I always like to try. For example, we were talking about the jollof. It's called jollof rice, which the people in, I think in Ghana they do jollof rice, and in Nigeria I think they do jollof rice. So I was talking about jollof rice, that if you attend like weddings or parties of like people from Nigeria or people from Ghana, they always have jollof rice as part of the menu. So I really enjoy that rice. But I don't know why I can't cook it. I've never tried it. But I only have tasted it when I attend parties or birthday or weddings, hosted by the people from Ghana or Nigeria. But since we are talking about it, I think I have to try, yeah, to make some jollof rice. And I'll try it. Maybe I'll do a live stream making some jollof rice. I think it will be fascinating. Mary said, oh, okay, that is fine. And Mary said, have you tried to make it? Yeah, I'll try to make it. Can you tell me the ingredients? Although I know I can Google them out. But Mary, do you make jollof rice yourself? Are you able to make some? Mary Idowu. Can you make jollof rice, Mary? Mary, can you make jollof rice? And just give me a sneak peek of the ingredients. If you do try to make it, I'll definitely tune in to watch you. Yeah, I'll try to make it. Can I have a little bit of the main ingredients of jollof rice recipe? Can you give me, please, the main ingredients of the jollof rice? I know there's like pepper. What are the ingredients? Of course, rice. What else? There's rice and what else? Peppers if you like it spice. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Let me, I'm jotting that down so that I will see which exactly ingredients I can source for. So we have rice, we have peppers. What else? Rice, peppers if you like spice. What else goes there? Because I know there's some other things they add there. What else? Do you use like tomato paste? Oh yeah, tomato puree. Yeah, I knew that one should be there. Tomato puree. Onion. All right, onion. Onion. Yeah, I might make this thing. Onions. What else? Oil, yeah. Olive oil, yeah. Olive oil. Olive oil. Then what again? What again? So how about garlic? I think I've seen people, using garlic. Sunflower oil. Okay. Sunflower oil. And what else? Garlic as well. Yeah, I knew garlic should be there. Garlic. Bay leaves. Fresh ones or dry ones? Bay leaves. Oh, okay. Bay leaves. Bay leaves. Okay. I think I can get bay leaves from the supermarket. Yeah. Although I don't know why I'm not really like familiar with bay leaves. I don't know why. Bay leaves. Then what you do? Or how about maybe some chicken to give alongside? Oh, right. Do you drop the chicken into the rice? I've seen where there's chicken in that rice. Something like that. Some cook with the chicken. Yeah, some cook with the chicken. Oh, you cook it separately? No, I cook it separately. Oh, that's fine. So there's no there's an option. You can either cook the chicken separately, or you can drop some like some small pieces of chicken into the rice. Oh, when you are serving. Oh, okay. Then add the chicken to the rice when serving. Oh, that sounds easy. So I think the 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 art of the jollof rice, or the trick sort of coming with the best jollof rice, is when that rice is not soggy. Have you heard of? Yeah, I know plantain. I have fried it sometime and I really enjoyed it. It is very sweet. Plantain is sweet, and you can like fry it, I think, or you can roast them. Yeah, I really like plantain. Yeah. Hello, Evangelista Thomas. Lovely to have you here. Evangelista saying, praise the Lord, host. Oh, thank you ever so much for the beautiful words, Evangelista. And Evangelista has given us some thumbs up. That's beautiful. Thank you ever so much, Evangelista Thomas. Yeah, we've just been talking about, and the weather today, just it's beautiful. It's still manageable. It's beautiful. Evangelista Thomas said, praise the Lord to everyone who is listening and watching. Thank you. I'm grateful for those words. And yeah, been a beautiful day. And we are still happy because the weather is still manageable. And we need to be thankful for that. And we've just been talking about, about some Nigerian recipe or Ghanaian recipe of jollof rice. It's Mary who brought the idea. He was saying, oh, I asked her if she knows about jollof rice, and she just gave us some ingredients that to make jollof rice you need like bay leaves, you need the rice, you need the peppers, tomato puree, you need onion, olive oil or sunflower oil, and some garlic. So I was telling you that, oh, the next thing, maybe in a few days time, I might try to do jollof rice and see how it goes. So I was just emphasizing the importance of like coming together to share ideas, see, and now I have been, motivated or encouraged into making jollof rice, which I think I'll try to make. So it's important to come together to have a sort of a discussion and share ideas. So this is beautiful and it's a beautiful day and we are so happy about that. So we are also saying that uh, we learn lots of things, and some people are good at certain trades. Some people are very good at maybe cooking, some are good at baking, and some people are good at like doing roast recipes. As for me, among the various cooking methods, the one which I find so difficult is baking. I don't know why. I I am not very good at baking. Even if I follow the recipe, sometimes I see, oh, the cake or whatever I'm baking, it becomes maybe too soggy, or sometimes the base of the cake gets bent, or sometimes I might the oven might the cake the recipe might say the cake should be in the dough should be in the oven for maybe 100, and usually the cakes go for 1 hour or 45 minutes. Even though I follow the time, when I bring out the cake and when I pierce the cake, it just feels not right. So I'm not really lucky with the cakes. And I usually like to make like a banana loaf. But sometimes the banana loaf will just be like soggy and it doesn't become like fluffy. So I don't know, I still need to improve my my skills in baking cakes and so on. So Evangelist Thomas said, "You welcome, host." And Mary, you do said, "What are you good at?" Oh, um, I think I am good at what I really like making. Probably I'm good at like salads. I can do some salads. I like doing like fruit salads, even vegetable salads, because I just find them easy. Because when you are doing salads, there's no like fire involved, there's no like heat involved. So usually nothing goes wrong. Imagine you are doing like a fruit salad. In your fruit salad, maybe you are having apples and maybe a little bit of apples go together. Maybe you have apples and a little bit of pears and something else. So what your job is just to wash the fruits. It's like it's so easy. You just wash the fruits. Make sure you dry the fruits before you start chopping them, and make sure you chop them into like presentable pieces or slices. You see? So fruit salads are my favorite because there's no chance I say, oh, it's the saucepan is burning. Then I rush, Oh, I put too much water into the chicken is just like undercooked. Or someone will say, oh, the beef is so tough, you know. And someone will say, oh, the sauce you put, the spices are overpowering. So with fruit salads, everything is just calm. You don't have to worry too much. Even with the vegetable salads, like the salad greens, all you have to do with the salad greens, wash them thoroughly and just dry them, pat them with a dishcloth or a paper towel. Just make sure if it's like lettuce, make sure the lettuce is dry, and then you take your cucumber, wash your cucumber. If you like to prepare the cucumber with the peels, then you just put it in salt water and let the cucumber soak for a little while. By soaking the cucumber, you are sort of like making it a bit crunchy, more crunchy. And if you do that, you see the cucumber will sort of increase in size. And then when you chop your cucumber, it will be crunchy and it will mix well with the salad greens. So my favorite when it comes to cooking is preparing salads. I love preparing salads. And I find the other type of cooking, stews, roasting chicken, what else? Stews of beef, stews of chicken, roasting beef, roasting chicken, like especially the fish. Oh my God, I don't know. I find it so taxing. Although fish is one of my favorite food, but I need to have more patience, when preparing fish, because you need to make sure you slit open the fish, make sure there are no scales on the fish, and make sure you remove the gills, because those like where the fish breathes through. You remove those gills and you wash the fish until it's like, oh, it's now complaining of water. You wash it and wash it and wash it. So, and then after that, you make sure you spice the fish, and then you usually you need to maybe oven roast it, or you deep fat fry the fish. So you see, as compared to salads are sort of easier to make. Yeah, they are sort of easier. So we are happy in the live stream, and Mary was asking me, what are you good at? So I'm good at making salads. I'm good at making salads. So once again today, we have a beautiful, a lovely topic awaiting us. We have a lovely topic. So nowadays, what we usually do in the live stream is that we have like a 2-hour session. The live stream is a 2-hour session, and now our sessions are divided into two. The first session is just like an introduction to the main topic. So in this first session, the first session will take like an hour, and the main topic will take an hour. So, this is what I have now decided to do in the live streams. I have 2-hour session. The first session is just general topics, general like ideas, talking about everything. We can talk about everything in the first session. But when we go to the second session, we're going to concentrate on a specific topic. We'll concentrate on a specific topic. So when you go to the 60-minute mark, is it 60? Yeah. When you go to the 60-minute mark, then we'll jump on to the main topic of the day. So as for now, Um, we were just talking about, we were just having a discussion about recipes. Recipes. So this is the first session. We're just talking about recipes. And today we were lucky because I'm so happy because we managed to talk about jollof rice, which is really delicious. And I love jollof rice. And so I've promised myself that I'm going to try and prepare some jollof rice. Then Mary Idu is saying, um, Mary Idu is saying, speaking of fruits, what is your favorite fruit? Oh, I love that subject. Oh, when it comes to fruits, I love that subject, I tell you. So, when it comes to fruits, my favorite fruit is the avocado pear. I love the avocado pear so much that um, I try to buy the avocado pear each time I go out shopping. But the thing is, where the avocado pear is like overpriced. So I really struggle to buy the avocado pear. I was shocked the other day. I went to post some item at the post office, and at that post office there is like an off license. An off license is where they sell like basic things there. I was shocked to see an avocado pear one going for £2 43p. So imagine how expensive avocado pears are. Nowadays they are just ranging around £2 for one. So although the avocado pear is my favorite fruit, the downside is that it is just being overpriced. So I find myself just having the avocado pear as a treat, as a treat. I can't just say, oh, this breakfast I'll have avocado pear as the dessert, or I'll have like avocado pear as an afternoon snack, or I'll have avocado pear in my dinner as salad. It is not possible because it is too expensive. So that's my favorite fruit. The other fruit I say I could. Mary is saying, do you like avocado pear with any or just yourself? Okay. I can tolerate the avocado pear on its own, but since I am really, I just like salads. So sometimes when I'm making any salad whatsoever, and if you think of any salad, whether it's like a cucumber salad, whether it's like the green, like the salad leaves salad, or whether it's like what else, cucumber, or any other salad, like vegetable salad. I usually drop in a little bit of avocado pear slices. So occasionally I include avocado pear into salads. So Sister Winnie is giving us some hugs and some likes. We are so thankful about that. And Mary Edu had asked me another question. She said, where is your favorite place to go? Favorite place? I like visiting the city. I like visiting the city. That's my favorite place. I like just visiting the city. Because when you visit the city, you have the chance of seeing what's going on and what the shops are offering. And sometimes in these shops there will be some sales. So you have the opportunity to buy some stuff at like reduce the prices, and just to to have like a peace of mind when you walk about mingling with other people. You just sort of it's just different from when you are staying in the house. So That's my other favorite thing. Just going into the city, visiting various shops, and yeah, yeah. And sometimes if I have a bit of change, I might, take the family to have to go like eat out in one of those restaurants, That is if I have some spare change. Yeah. So that's what my favorite place to visit is. So, what is your favorite place to visit? Anyone in the chat, can we also hear about your favorite places to visit? Oh, we have Roxanne British. Hello, Roxanne British. It's lovely to have you here in the live stream. Lovely to have you here. Roxanne British is saying, hi, Mary Z, blessings. Thank you so much. And yeah, Mary Edu, you are saying, what do you like to do in your free time? Oh, in my free time, I rarely have free time. Roxanne British is saying, blessings, everyone. Oh, that's lovely. So it's lovely to greet each other and just to connect with each other. That's what the aim, that's the aim of this, having these live streams. So Mary is asking me about my favorite, what I do in my favorite free time. Oh, when I have free time, I just love to do like gardening. I love doing gardening. Yeah, that's what I really love to do. Whenever I have free time, I do gardening. And I like growing crops, like I like growing herbs. I like growing crops. So that's my favorite thing. Evangelist is saying, I have to go now, sis. God bless you and your families and the channel. Thank you ever so much, Evangelist Malvina. I'm really thankful. It was really nice to have you here in the live stream. Thank you so much. So Evangelist is saying, God bless you all. Thank you. Sister Winnie is saying, blessing to you too, Roxanne. Roxanne is a very good, supporter of the channel, and I really appreciate that. Sister Winnie says, praise the Lord, Evangelist. And Roxanne British is saying, Winnie, blessings. Yeah, it's lovely to have, lovely people in the live stream. And we are so grateful for that. And just, we need to support each other all the time. Supporting each other all the time is the very important thing to do. And Evangelist is saying, praise the Lord, Sister Winnie. Yeah, that's lovely words from Evangelist Melvina Thomas. Thanks so much, Evangelists, for attending the live stream. So, we have Mary is asking some questions. She's saying, it is getting a little bit later. I might have to go. Don't worry, though. I'll definitely soon tune into other lively streams like this one, and keep up the date with your uploads. Yeah, thank you, Mary. I have just set a goal for this month of October that I'll be doing live streams from the 1st of October up to the 31st of October. That is, if the chance allows me. So it's like I'm going to have a live stream every day until the 31st of October. Imagine that. Because it's my first time to do this live stream. I had never been doing them before. So this is just a goal I just set for myself. And Evangelist Thomas is saying, praise the Lord, sis, to Roxanne British. And Evangelist Thomas is saying, God bless you all. Thank you so much for the beautiful wishes and the beautiful words. And Roxanne British is giving us loads and loads of love and hugs and likes. We are so grateful for that amazing support. Thank you so much. So, um, I was saying, I decided that from this whole of October is like a month of challenge to me. I set up a challenge and I said to myself, I need to do just a live stream every day up to the 31st of October. Then we have a new plan after in November there will be another new plan. So the reason why I set that goal is because it is my first time to do this live. So I just want to see what happens, and just to, to learn things and to understand what goes on this planet, on this platform. So I'm really happy because most people are supporting the live stream, which is awesome. They are really supporting the live stream. I never thought one day I would just sit and and have a live stream. This has just been a dream come true. It's a challenge, So it's really amazing. I'm really liking it, and I'm just finding it fascinating. So that's why they said we also learn from other people. When other people are doing good things, we should also learn and try to see, how are they doing this thing? Can I also try it? And you never know. You might also try the thing and see, and you might able to do the thing. So that's what we should do. And Mary said, have a great day, sister. Thank you, Mary, for coming. Oh, we have Jody. Hello, Jody Genealogy. Hello, how are you? Jody is saying, hi, Mary. And Jody saying, you have a wonderful channel. Oh, thank you for the praises, but I still have a long way to go. If you know what I mean, I still have a long way to go. And there's still lots of things I need to learn. I need to learn lots of things. This, and if you like go onto the platform, you see, yeah, you see like things this YouTube channel is telling you to do, but sometimes you sort of are not like ready to to do the things. And I've seen they are talking about adding some collaborators. I've never done that one, so I still need to learn about how to do these collaborators. And there's this like where people go into like a green screen and they use their photos, and then they can use their photos in a live stream while they have a green screen behind them. So I haven't done that, so I still need to learn lots and lots of things. Some people just, they don't, take time to learn those things. Learning is just something which I can't understand. Mary Odu said, one more question before I go. What encouraged you to create your YouTube channel? Wow, what a beautiful question. The thing, what encouraged me is that I used to go on another platform, which is not YouTube, but I cannot mention this platform, because of like community, whatever. So I used to have a channel in this like platform. So I was, having, like putting lots of videos there. But I didn't see any progress there. I didn't see any progress, and I didn't even dream of getting any like financial gain from there, because they're like their conditions and whatever are a bit high, are a bit raised than the conditions on this platform. So I said, oh, let me just concentrate, let me just open a YouTube channel, and then just do YouTube. So that's the reason why I started a YouTube channel. The ultimate goal It's just to maybe to become a business partner of the platform like any other person, and then maybe earn a little bit of money. So that's, in fact, that's the main goal. Then the secondary goal is just to interact with other people and to know what other people are doing and to learn from other people. So my aim is just to eventually become a member of the partnership program. So that's, I'm just answering Mary what the question she has asked me. So we have Mary Ado Jody saying hello, Mary, hello. Oh, we have wonderful people here. And Mary Odo is saying, okay, I'm heading out, sister. Keep going. I believe in you. You are almost at 2,000 subscribers. Yeah, I'm almost there, but still, there's still more work to do. And yeah, there's still more work to do. So hopefully, we'll be able to achieve the goal, and hopefully we also become members of the partnership program. Mary Edo is saying, I have viewed your videos, nice garden. Yeah, I do, yeah, that's what I was saying. I like gardening, so whenever I get the chance, I have a garden, so I go and do lots, one or two things there, because yeah, I just love gardening. Jody says, 2K, yo, I'll share it out. Yeah, imagine, Jody, it's nearly 2K, but still, the WH are still like way, way, way down, So that's why I need to work hard and try, and maybe people might watch, you never know. Jody said, 2K, yeah, I will share out, yeah. So that's the thing, And probably I might, the other thing, I haven't updated my playlist. So I will also update my playlist, and hopefully people will watch the playlists. So I'm really happy and grateful for having people to watch and to enjoy the live stream with me. So now I had said earlier that my live streams are going to be in two parts. The first part, which is 60 minutes, we just talk about ordinary things. Anything which comes about, we talk about that. And in the second session, the other hour, I'll just try to bring a topic and where we can share ideas as well and have a great time of discussion. So, um, today we are going to talk about, it's just like brainstorming where we say, oh, what this? And I wasn't aware of this. So, our topic today is what we call alternatives. Alternatives. That's our topic today. Let me some more. So today we are looking at the concept of alternatives. Alternatives. And what do we mean by an alternative? Alternative means you have another choice, or you have another option, or you just don't think of selecting something else, or and this happens when there are like two or more other things to choose from. Then you say, oh, you can ask yourself, is there an alternative? This usually happens. It's like when you go shopping, even if you are shopping for a gadget, you might go and think of buying. You might think of buying an iron, an iron to iron your clothes. Oh, let me get some more water. Let me get some water. So I was saying, when you look at alternatives, we always face some situations where we have the opportunity, or we decide to consider some alternatives. Imagine you go into a shop and you want to buy an iron to iron your clothes, and maybe at home you were using like a large steam iron, but now you go to this shop and all you are looking for is an alternative. You don't want this large iron. Maybe now you want to buy like a small iron. So in that case, you are looking for an alternative. So in our day-to-day lives, we are always coming across making decisions when it comes to alternatives, alternatives. For example, when I go to the garden, maybe uh, uh, maybe the previous season I grew some broccoli, that big with the round head, the broccoli. I grew that broccoli, but I can ask myself, isn't there an alternative? Because I don't want to grow broccoli again. Then the alternative might be a cauliflower with the white head. So in our lifetime or in our day to day, we are always coming across making choices when it comes to alternatives. So this is our topic for today. So alternatives is there are more things there available. Maybe there are 2 or 3. Then you have to choose. You no longer want to deal or to have the one you had. You want to take a break from the one you had, and now you want another choice. You want to make another choice. So alternative is between 2 things. For example, like I said, broccoli, growing broccoli, or growing cauliflower. Or another alternative, maybe you grew the white onion in your garden and the white onion didn't fare well. So what are you going to do? You can make another choice, either red onion or white onion. What else? There are lots of crops which you can consider replacing the other one, or even you can talk about like uh, this beetroot. Maybe you were growing beetroot and now you find, oh, beetroot didn't do well that well. So your alternative is maybe you are going to grow maybe some Swiss chard, So making choices when it comes to alternatives. So alternative is wow, and that that a thing of making a choice between 2. But usually those 2 are sort of related. They have a sort of relation, and then you decide to choose this one. You can do that when it comes to beans and peas. Maybe the ground, when you grow the peas, they didn't do well. So you can say, oh, what's the alternative? What can I grow? I need to look for another legume to grow. Then you end up choosing the beans. So peas, then you go on to choose beans. So this is like alternative. So let me just give you some of the examples of alternatives which we do come across in our day-to-day life. Let's think about transport, in many sectors of our life, or many sectors of what goes on in our life. There are always some alternatives. If I want to go to town, like if I want to go to town in the morning, I might say, oh, let me use the Uber. But if I am able to cycle, I will say, oh, I'll just cycle to town. So you can do biking to the city, or use, you can drive to the city, or you can use a bus to the city. So those are alternatives. Even like in the case of like entertainment, there's a lot of what we consider alternatives in entertainment. For example, someone might say, oh, I like playing like classical music, and someone say, oh, maybe you have visitors who have come to your house. Visitors are always given the privilege of choosing what they like, in the form of entertainment. Then you hear them say, oh, I see you always like to playing classic music. Why can't you just put some gospel music? So that's an alternative. Gospel music, you can replace that with classical music. You can replace popular music with like R&B music. You can replace what else? You can place rock music, rock music. Rock, some people like rock music, rock music. You can replace that with another alternative, maybe classic music. Or there's that one, I can't remember, what is it called? Um, I've forgotten the name of that music. The one which is like popular in the United States. What is it called? I forgot the music. So the main thing here is about alternatives. There's always other alternatives out there which can, make us, happy, and we are free to choose the alternatives. So we talked about alternatives in transport, alternatives in music, alternatives in films shows. Some people love to watch like documentaries. Some people like to watch like Hollywood films. So there's always choices to make. You can enjoy watching documentary films, or you can enjoy watching these this other type of films, So like Hollywood films and so on. Even under the term Hollywood films, there are different categories. There are different categories. Some are thrillers, some are like, they say thrillers, and some are like family-based films. So those are alternatives. So there's alternative in transport, alternatives in music, alternatives in various forms of entertainment, like in films. There's also alternatives in, even if you want to watch like what is happening all over the world, there are lots of news channels which you can get information from. So you can also choose which channel you like to watch when it comes to news. There's BBC, there's Fox, there's what. So lots of channels available for your for where you can get information when it comes to news. So today is a day of talking about alternatives. Jody is saying, have a great day. Thank you, Jody. So Our main subject today is alternatives, but our focus today is alternatives when it comes to food. Alternatives when it comes to food. So sometimes, we just get like, oh, we are not, we just get like less excited. We get less excited when we consume the same type of food all the time. Like breakfast from Monday up to maybe Sunday. You just have the same type of food, same type of food. I sometimes do that. But, I just do it, unintentionally. But it's the reality. Sometimes just say, oh, morning, just have this. Monday, Tuesday, the same. Wednesday up to Sunday, the same. When it comes to dinner, you also just say, oh, I don't want to cook. Maybe let me just have this. And we end up having just the same thing, just the same thing. This is part of what we do. This is what part of our life. We sometimes just do the same thing all day. Jody is saying, have a great day. Thank you, Jody. So, my topic today is alternative. So, I am focusing on food, and the idea is that when it comes to food, there is obviously some alternative food types we can have. And it's just that sometimes we just get taken away with just having the same type of food all the time. But if we just put our like we just put our focus into the food, we just put our what else can I say, our we get more interest into what we are eating. We get like more excited and just try to be experimental and come up with various recipes. We will definitely enjoy the food. But sometimes, there are some factors which make us just, keep on consuming the same type of food. Sometimes it's to do with like, there's no time sometimes to start having like a 3 course, we are preparing a 3 course meal for dinner. Sometimes because of commitments, you can't do it. And sometimes it needs it needs more money to try and have all sorts of these, like 3 course meal and so on. So there are some factors which sometimes hinder us from having the alternatives in food, alternatives in food. So we need some, if there is a chance, it's a good idea to have some food substitutes. It's a good idea. You'll be surprised. Maybe the food substitute you are going to look for is not even expensive. It's maybe affordable. So it is always a good idea to explore, the kinds of food you can have as an alternative. I'll just give you some examples. Sometimes you say, oh, for breakfast, I just like to have like, you just like maybe to have whole grains. You just like to have maybe some porridge, different types of porridge, some like, what else can I say? Yeah, different types of porridge in the morning. That's all you want to have, which is good. But the thing is, you must know that sometimes there are like alternatives, and you can get alternative which gives you the same value of nutrients like the one you are used to. So this is just a way of trying to have some variety. So in case of having like uh, whole grains, the porridge, the cereals, you can say, oh, today, let me just take a squash and just boil it slightly and cut it into neat pieces. Then you can have a little bit of squash instead of having the cereal for your breakfast. Even you can do the same for dinner when we look at whole grains. Sister Winnie is giving us some hugs and likes. Thank you, Sister Winnie. So, in terms of whole grains, by whole grains, we mean things like rice, corn, wheat, what else? Yeah, such things. You can always, just to get a bit of variety, just to go away from the norm. Sometimes we need to go away from the norm just to enjoy the things which we have in this planet. So instead of having like rice in the morning, sometimes rice in the afternoon, rice in the evening, you can then have maybe some potatoes. Just boil your potatoes slightly, boil your small chunks of potato and dress them with whatever spice you like, or you can boil some sweet potatoes and just get a little bit of break from the grains. Then the following day you can always go back to the grains. This is just to spice the life, to be able to enjoy all those beautiful crops we have. So you can always have uh, potatoes or sweet potatoes or the squash family, the pumpkins and so on, to replace the whole grains. Yeah. If you try it, you will soon get used to it. You will soon get used to having variety. Variety is really interesting. It is really like, it just makes it interesting to have the food, because sometimes you can't do like rice all the time, or do like because some people have rolls in the night and bread rolls in the morning. So just to have a little bit of variety, just incorporate the squashes, the potatoes, and the sweet potatoes. So when it comes, there's a lot of alternatives you can use in our day-to-day lives, in our meals, or when we have our snacks. When we have our snacks, when we have our meals, we I think it's just interesting. It's just something motivational to have a variety, to change, to have an alternative, to alternate. Yeah, that's the other way, to alternate. Like today you have this, the other day you have this. I know it's not easy to achieve that, but it's just a discussion. Even me, I find myself having the same type of food all most of the time. It needs that motivation, it needs that inspiration to say, oh, let me just go and look for something different today. Then you prepare something different. When it comes to sugary drinks, oh, we all love sugary drinks. We all, most people, not all of us, most of us, we love sugary drinks. We just love that cold fizzy drink. We just love that sparkling, like orange juice. We love that sparkling, what, to name a few. So with the sugary drinks, you can always say, oh, today, I think today I'm not having a sugary drink, which is I know. As for me, it is hard not to have the sugary drinks, but we should try to just have some alternative drink, or to alternate. So what can we replace when we mostly drink sugary drinks? We can replace the sugary drinks with water. And then what can you do to fight the temptation? What you can do is, it's like we have your dinner, and then you usually have like a sugary drink with your dinner, which is fine, because people have different choices, which is fine. But what I'm just talking about is just sometimes we need to alternate, to have an alternative, to have another choice. So when it comes to the sugary drink, how you can win this challenge is that, okay, you have your sugar, you have your dinner, then instead of getting the sugary drink, you just have a glass of water. Then what you can do is just when you think dinner is finished, you just go to another place, like another room, or you just make yourself not go near the refrigerator. And you'll find out that, oh, soon you just forget about the sugary drink. Then you can always go back to the sugary drink the next day. This is just to win a challenge. It's like a challenge. So you can replace sugary drink with some water. And then another day you have the sugary drink. Then another day say, oh, today I think I need to replace this drink of mine with some water. Then you have the water. And by doing that, you'll see that, oh, you manage it, you just be able to manage it somehow, because our brains are really good. They are always there to accommodate what we choose to do. They can accommodate that. So another thing is, sometimes you can always, if you don't like water, you can substitute like some of the sugary drinks with a freshly made juice. Or you can make a little bit of apple juice. You can blend a few apples, and you can sort of dilute that drink so that it's not too sweet. Then you can substitute the supermarket sugary drink with your own blended juice. Then you can do it once in a while, just to make sure that you use these alternate choices. You have these choices. Even when it comes to ice cream, I love ice cream so much. But sometimes what I do is, when I go to the supermarket, I just try to avoid that fridge where the ice creams are. But of course, most of the time I buy the ice cream because I like the ice cream. But the thing with ice cream, you can use something else to sort of alternate the ice cream. So the alternative with ice cream could be yogurt. You can buy some Greek style yogurt. You can buy some plain yogurt, although it's not very sweet. But of course, you can just train yourself to have some alternative desserts. So ice cream, you can alternate with yogurt. And when it comes to sugary drinks again, like if you like these sugary drinks like tea. Maybe you like tea and you put like you add lots of sugar or lots of honey into the tea. You could have another alternative. You could, if you are not allergic, you could use what is called herbal teas. You could use some herbal teas. And usually when you do herbal teas, people don't really add sugar to herbal teas. So the sugary teas could be substituted with some herbal teas. That is, if you are not allergic to the herbs. There are many kinds of herbs out there. Some people make rosemary tea. Some people make what's this? Clove tea, cinnamon tea, basil tea. What else? Yeah, peppermint tea. So you could use those to sort of alternate, or to have them as another choice. So herbal teas, you can have herbal teas and just get a little bit of break from the sugary tea. This is just to spice the life. They say variety is the spice of life. So you can just train yourself to alternate, to choose. Yeah. It's just to test, to test yourself if you are able to do it. Yeah, it's just a test. to test yourself if you're able to do it. But as for me, I don't think, sometimes I find it hard. I just like my normal stuff, and I just like my normal stuff. So some people are able to do that. They're able to alternate, to have another choice of drink, or to have another choice of food. Yeah. There's this, for example, some people like to cook like cassava. Some people like to cook cassava. They make cassava into some thick porridge, and some people make corn into some thick porridge. Some people make this cassava corn, and there's one called finger millet. They make into some thick corn. So when you have those choices, you can say, oh, today let me leave this corn thick porridge, and let me try maybe cassava. Or you can say, let me leave this cassava and try the finger millet, like thick porridge. Then you see, if you do that, you have choices. You have the power to choose what you want, and you have the will to try other things. So it's not only about corn every day, cornmeal, cornmeal, cornmeal. I think it's nice. I think it's lovely to try others as well. Yeah. We know corn is so delicious, and cassava is delicious. Finger millet is delicious. But we can always train ourselves to have a variety, to have some alternative. The same applies with, for example, if you always cook like rice, you can have an alternative where you cook maybe some pasta. Yeah. And I don't think, uh, yeah, maybe some people would like it to be just like rice every day. But to try the other alternatives is also interesting. It's exciting. You have rice, then the other day you have pasta, and you have the other, some kind of, there are lots of like, varieties of pasta out there and noodles out there. So we have all those things to enjoy. And yeah, we have all these things to enjoy. For example, when it comes to like cakes, I love cake so much. I love the ginger cake. I love the spongy cakes, the Victoria, the chocolate cakes. They are so delicious. But we need to have the will of saying, oh, today I had this Victoria spongy, or I had this like chocolate cake. But should I have it every day? Not really. So you can have the option of choosing an alternative. You can have your like a fruit cake, which you can bake yourself if you have the time. Some people can bake like a banana loaf. So that's the alternative. You can have a banana loaf, and then the other day you have another variety of cake. This is just to spice life, to make it more interesting. To make life more interesting. Yeah, that's why I was. That's why I'm talking about having alternatives. Alternatives. And the other thing you can have as an alternative when it comes to these cakes, you can, if you usually have cake as a dessert, yeah, that's fine. Because we all have different preferences. But this is just a discussion. You can always have an alternative, like you can, if you are not allergic to the nut family. Some people are allergic. The nuts can be really unwelcome for some people. So if you are not allergic to the nut nut family. You can choose some favorite nuts of yours, and when you want to have like a dessert or a snack, you can have some nuts. That is if you are not allergic, because sometimes nuts, they are not like pleasant at all, so you just need to take care. So nuts can be alternative, but we emphasize that you need to be someone who is not allergic to them. And there's, the list, when it comes to food, we have loads of variety of food, and we do have lots of alternative. We do have lots of alternatives. And you can also think about you can also think about uh, rice, because rice is really a staple food for most people around the world. Most people around the world, they depend on rice. It is really an important aspect or an important food when it comes to being a staple food. So rice can have an alternative, because sometimes you get tired of cooking the rice, and you have tried all the recipes, and you've included all, like, you've spiced the rice, but still there comes a time, like during the week, when you said, oh, today I am not eating rice. There comes a time when you say, oh, today I'm not eating pasta, or I'm not eating rice. So when that time comes, when you're just thinking of, oh, what can I do? What can I do? Yesterday I had rice. The previous day I think I had rice. But today I'm not in the mood of cooking rice. So that's when you need to think of some other recipes, you think of some other alternatives. So in this particular case, you can come up with what is called cauliflower rice. Cauliflower rice. So what you do with cauliflower rice, cauliflower is really tender. If you have a food processor, because there are food processors which can like process the cauliflower into small pieces or small grain like structures. So you can food process the cauliflower, and then you can just fry. You can just fry. You heat your olive oil in a sauce, in a pan, and if you want, you can just add a little bit of garlic there. You add a little bit even of tiny pieces of onion there. Then you fry your onion, you fry your garlic, then you add your cauliflower there. Just turn it over, turn it over. And if you have a favorite spice, you can just sprinkle your favorite spice onto the cauliflower. Then within a few minutes, you have your cauliflower rice. Then instead of taking the time again to cook the white rice or the brown rice, when you just want to have a break from cooking the white rice and the brown rice, then the alternative is there. You can try cauliflower rice. If you don't have a food processor, and if you have the time, you can just cut off the cauliflower from the head. The head of the cauliflower. Then just break it into, using your fingers. You can always break the cauliflower into some small pieces if you don't have a food processor. So by doing that, you can then fry the cauliflower. and you wouldn't you would be surprised how tasty the cauliflower is. So by doing that, you come up with an alternative. You come up with an alternative to the normal rice. This is just a way of taking a break from the hustles and the tussles of cooking rice. Rice, it doesn't take time to cook, but just to have a break from cooking the pasta, from cooking the rice, then you can enjoy cauliflower rice. And you can mix, you can have your normal stew or your normal like stir fry with the cauliflower rice. Yeah. So these are alternatives we can enjoy when it comes to food alternatives. These are food alternatives. So thinking of the family of cauliflower, you can even say you can say you can substitute rice with cauliflower, or you can substitute uh, you can substitute rice with maybe um, with broccoli. You can substitute, just take a break. You can substitute rice with the tender stems of broccoli. Then you enjoy your alternative meal. So these are food substitutes which you can easily, try. And of course, you can always go back to your preferences. But the theme here is that sometimes variety is really good for us. Variety is also important to us, and you never know. Maybe that thing you are replacing is maybe more expensive than the new thing. You never know. So we should always try to find alternatives. There's always possibilities in the things we have. There's always possibilities, and you can always have another choice, and there is always something to choose from. Would you have imagined that you could say, oh, today I'm not cooking rice. Now, today I'm cooking cauliflower rice. Or would you have imagined that you could say, today I'm not cooking rice, but I'm having my some pumpkin pieces with chicken. Or you can say, today I'm not cooking rice, but I'm having sweet potato pieces with a bit of chicken. Then if you want, you can add a bit of like greens there or tomato slices, then you enjoy and you take a break. So this is just a way of taking a break. Imagine like what we do when we are traveling a long distance. Then we go to the along the motorway. We take a break and have something to eat there. So this is just like taking a break from things like rice, sugary drinks, ice cream, cake, what else? Yeah, rice. Just taking a short break, and then after some time, you can go back to enjoy our normal. We call them our normal food or our normal diet. But here is just a way of trying to be happy. It brings happiness when you take a break, and it's like you have achieved something. Well, oh, today I didn't eat rice. Oh, is it me who didn't eat rice? And then you go to bed without eating rice. You just wonder, oh, is it me who hasn't eaten a Victoria's punch? Or you say, hey, is it me who hasn't had a glass of fizzy drink? You just wonder, when you go to bed. But this is just trying to be, to experience life in other ways, in other forms, in other, by having other food alternatives. It's just fun. It's just having fun. There's no like hard and fast rule. Oh, that, oh, you do not have any fish. No, you can have fish. Oh, do not have any rice. No, we can't do that. It's just a way of experiencing other things, experiencing other food items and enjoying them, and just you get that sense of like victory when it's like when you eat like rice like every dinner, but that very day you eat like pieces of of potato, then it brings like a sense of victory, in you, that, oh, you managed to go to bed just after eating some potatoes, you know. So, but the bottom line is that it is just a way of encourage each other to experience or to taste other types of food, because we have a vast amounts of food all over this planet, and we can't even count the types of food we have worldwide. If we think of legumes, the type of legumes we have on this planet is so numerous, it's massive. Various types of beans. If we think of like root vegetables, like sweet potatoes, carrots, turnips. Oh, there are loads of them. We can't even finish them. If we think of squashes, oh, they are massive. We have courgettes, we have pumpkins, and we have other forms of pumpkins, different types of pumpkins. So we cannot finish them. So it's just a reminder or an encouragement that the food is there for us. It was made for us, and the farmers grow the food for us. So our only thing is just try and have varieties of food groups. So I was saying things like ice cream we can replace, or we can try yogurt. Things like sugary drinks we can try if you are not allergic, because we don't want people to have allergic reactions. So if you know you are not allergic, for example, as for me, if I find, oh, today I'm not having a cup of tea because I'm not allergic, I'll just like steep a bit of like cloves, just a teaspoon of cloves in hot water, and after I let it stand for like 10-15 minutes, then I enjoy the clove tea. And when you do the clove tea, I don't really put like sugar or honey into it. I just love the original taste of the clove tea and enjoy the clove tea, because I'm not like, I'm tolerant to cloves. So it's for those who are tolerant to these herbs. So you can always try alternative herbs. It's a way to spice the life, just to enjoy other things which seem to be, to be from like a foreign place, but they are around us. We have them, we have these herbs, and we can always try them if we are not allergic. So, for example, we said sugary teas and so on. You can have herbal teas. When it comes to cakes, you can have like, if again you are not allergic, you can have nuts. You can choose nuts you like, your favorite nuts. Then you can chew them away. A few, a handful of nuts, maybe two. And I talked about, did I talk about meat? Oh, meat is hard to, as for me, it is really a challenge for me not to eat any meat. I don't know why. So when it comes to meat, you can always say, oh, today I'm not having any beef, I'm not having any chicken, I'm not having any lamb, I'm not having any pork, I'm not having any goat meat, I'm not having any, what else? I forgot the other one. So in that scenario, when you want just to take a little break from meat, which I know for people like me, it's not easy. So if you want to take a break from it, oh, Sister Winnie is giving us some hugs and likes. Thanks so much. So you can try the legumes, you can try the beans, instead of like, you can just soak your beans overnight, and then in the morning, you wash the beans to remove all the residue and so on. Then you just boil when after you soak them, they will be easy and quick to cook. Then you just maybe boil, steam them briefly, and then you prepare your onion, your garlic, you add some spices, and you come up with some savory bean, sort of stew. So instead of meat, you can have beans. You can have legumes. We know there are many types of beans out there. There are some sugar beans, some French beans, and what else? Yeah, lots of beans out there. So you can enjoy your meal without meat. And instead, you have beans. It's just for variety. Variety. Yeah, it's just for variety. Because we need to utilize the the crops we have around us. So instead of having meat on a one day, maybe on a certain day, you say, oh, today I just want to challenge myself. I just want to have bean stir fry sort of, and then you enjoy the beans. So today I also have an alternative which you might consider making, and this alternative is quite filling. And in order to enjoy, let me show you this alternative. Let me check it, take it from the kitchen. I just want to wash my hands. Wash my hands. This is the alternative I prepared today. Look, this is the alternative. So I was like fed up of cooking rice. So I've just washed my hands. So I prepared this. Look at that. I prepared this. Look at that. So this is sweet potato. You can just maybe just peel them and slightly boil them, and then you can just put them in the oven briefly, together with the pumpkins. So this is an alternative for me today. No rice today, no rice today, no rice today. Or so I will enjoy this. So this is sweet potato, which is really sweet. Mm, mm. It's really sweet. And sweet potato is really filling. You know, you won't go hungry in the night. Mm, it's really nice. So this is sweet potato, and this is pieces of pumpkin. The sweet potato is really sweet. Even the pumpkin, mm, it's really sweet. Mm. So, mm, both of them are really sweet. And I can, for tonight, I'm just using them as an alternative to rice. So this is what I have been talking about, that you can have, other vegetables, other crops, as an alternative to your normal one. So when I eat the sweet potato and the pumpkin, it's quite filling. I won't feel any hunger. Then I can have with maybe a bit of soup and maybe a bit of another meat dish, and then enjoy. So this is an alternative. So why sweet potatoes? Why should we choose sweet potatoes? Why should we choose uh, pumpkins? As an alternative. Pumpkins are in the squash family. So you can use another squash if you have it. But pumpkins, at this moment in time, like this month of October, that's when the pumpkins usually get harvested. And there are plenty out there. So you can just have your pumpkin and the sweet potato. Pumpkins are in the squash family. They are very rich in vitamin A, and they are rich in vitamin C and vitamin E. And they also have some mineral called beta carotene. Because look at the color, this yellow color here, it represents like the color of carrots. So carrots and pumpkins have beta carotene. They have beta carotene. So both pumpkins and sweet potatoes are rich in fiber. So when plants are rich in fiber, that means they are very good for the digestion. So you see, you won't lose out when you replace the rice just for a day with pumpkin and sweet potato. So how about sweet potatoes? Sweet potato are roots. They are roots. These are the roots which get bulgy when they're underground. And when they are ripe, you just dig them out and you enjoy you enjoy the sweet potato. Sweet potato is rich in vitamin A, vitamins, minerals, fiber, and the sweet potatoes are believed to have beta carotene as well. And they are believed also to help with the general health. So when you have the dinner of sweet potato with a bit of pumpkin, you are you are guaranteed to have like lots of nutrients which are really good for your general well-being. But of course, moderation. You don't have to eat like a lot of the sweet potatoes and a lot of the pumpkins. You just take them in moderation. Just take them in moderation. Oh, hello, girls are us. Oh, lovely to have you here. And and the girls are us are saying we are having sweet potatoes. Oh, are you? That's really awesome. That's really nice to hear. Yeah, it's good to have variety. I was saying variety is the best. So having sweet potatoes for dinner, it's a noble idea. So I really like them as well. And you can always have different recipes, mix them with other vegetables like here, sweet potatoes and a bit of pumpkin, just to improve the color and to make the meal more appetizing. So that was our mission today, was just to think of alternatives when it comes to food, and just to have an exciting meal, to have exciting meals, like appetizing meals where you try to have variety, to have variety. And the grapes are and very flavorful to taste buds. Yes, they are really. Yeah. So We do have many colors when it comes to sweet potatoes. Some are white, some are purple, and some are like yellowish, But uh, they are all, good. They all have vitamins and mineral and fiber, and they are really enjoyable. They are really enjoyable. So just we always should think about alternatives when it comes to what we are eating. And as I said, we can always go back to our basic diets, but having some alternative here and there, it's a very good idea. It's a good idea. And this makes us enjoy the food. It makes us enjoy the food. The girls that I said, my friend said we need to eat all the colors of the rainbow. Yeah, I've heard that as well. That's true. And so people will just try, maybe look for colors, colors, maybe a purple sweet potato, a carrot, what else? A pomegranate, another color. You see? Many colors. Yeah, that's true. This makes life enjoyable and it makes food special, when you do like alternate food types, alternate food types. So we have reached our 2 hours. So I need just to be grateful by reading the names of the people who have attended the live stream. When I read the names, let me just show gratitude by reading the names. We have the girls are us. The girls are us. We're here. Sister Winnie, Jody, genealogy. Mary Idowu. Mary Idowu. We also had Roxanne British, Evangelist Melvin Thomas, Roxanne British. Else. Yeah. So I'm just thanking the people who attended the live stream. Leah was here. ABC 67. So we'll see each other tomorrow on another live stream. I'm grateful for the attendance. Bye for now.